We did get requests for, in regards to our nuisances, we got a request for 2 hearings. And it came from Bob Blessington and then from Terry and Tammy Smith. And we'd scheduled those hearings for the council meeting tonight. Both of them had other engagements, could not be here tonight, so we did extend the hearing date. It'd be at the next regular city council meeting.
At least he's got it on a trailer, so it must be headed out of town. Leroy up here has cleaned his up considerably. The lawnmowers are gone from up by the school, so and the thing behind the cook's building is gone. So some of it got cleaned up.
Some things.
The post office in the alley. That's when I was trying to get hold of Tim today. Behind the post office there in that alley. Mattresses and...
Yeah, Niall?
Yeah.
That we need to start that one.
But there are some that didn't do anything, and one of them would be once and again, or whatever it is. I don't think he did anything.
He was helping play around the other day with being a copy.
It looks to me like it's all still exactly the same.
Well, I tell you, on this one specifically, got a phone call. The reporter called me and said, I think he's putting more sheds out in the alley.
One out to the damn trailer. I don't know what that was about. But
So Mike went up there and talked with him right away. Wanted to know what he was doing. He was shuffling things around. Had sold one of them and needed to empty it out or whatever. Was shuffling some of the stuff around.
They're all full? The ones that are for
Oh, yeah.
sale?
Oh, they're all full.
Yes. Yeah. He moved one this afternoon, though.
Good.
Yeah, he moved one this afternoon. I don't know, shuffle it too.
But Mike had also said he did cut down some of those scrub trees and stuff. So
he was working on that the other day on Sunday.
So that one is at least good.
Peters has picked up a little bit. The one on 7th and Madison, the porch, that hasn't been trimmed at all.
It has not been touched.
well, the refrigerator's gone, or whatever it was.
Oh,
That was
was
out there. Yeah, that or wash machine or whatever.
Oh,
There was an
okay.
appliance that was out there. That's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went. Probably all tear down.
Probably in the sheds up there, there wasn't much more.
So we got some response already. But Ted was talking about that yet this afternoon. Tomorrow would be the
That's the
2
day.
weeks.
So what do we do?
I see the guy was putting more brick on the new building down here today, too.
He was back working at it.
I seen that, yeah.
Seriously?
Yes, put it with people.
Oh yeah.
I would think though we need to, if tomorrow is the last day, then the day after tomorrow we need to go tow that El Camino away, and we need to go move that stuff up there and charge them for it, don't we?
That,
follow through.
Yeah, because otherwise it's like grounding your kid, not grounding him.
yeah. Now, and I talked with Ted just late afternoon today about that 7th and Madison one. He was off to talk with them, and I don't know what he had come up with yet on that. See if they had any intention of doing much of anything there.
Controlled burn.
And you never heard anything. I know Quick Mart come fix, they at least throw the stuff off. It looks 100% better.
Yeah.
The iron's still there.
It's got I-beam sticking out of it.
But
They're
at
built in.
least it looks better than it did.
It's not sad.
But then that other one didn't do anything that I saw.
And Dave Wilt stopped in to see me once Kay said it, and I wasn't around yet, so he is thinking about that too.
So with the folks that have requested the hearing, we wouldn't do anything till after the hearing then? I mean, they kind of thought themselves a little...
It's all a little thing.
And I will tell you this, I will not be at the next city council meeting because I'm going to be in Washington State. But and I don't know if it's appropriate for me to tell you what I think, but I don't care what they come in here and say. The car's got to go, and that stuff's got to get cleaned up. So that's where I stand.
Works for me.
I would like you all to really take a look at the Terry and Tammy Smith one and form your opinion about the idea of, what's junk versus what's not, and is junk allowed inside that fence.
I will be here all the way up until the Sunday before leaving that Sunday morning. I can certainly do that much.
Because that is one of those instances where we got this wood slab fence. You can't really see what's inside
Back
it.
in the alley, you're trying to see over, can't you?
A little bit.
A little bit. That's sort of a higher. You can see more in the back than you can in the front.
And I know we've spoken with them they've come to discuss it with the council before.
Real regulars.
But then what happened, I mean, I just don't, I don't recall what happened after that. I remember
Yeah,
them
so-
coming.
Yeah, and they'd clean up a little bit, or the stuff would go inside the fences, kind of out of sight,
So
out of
they've
mind.
Turn it into junkyard.
done it, what they've been asked to do, per se, and then now they're back on again.
So what we should have we should have a definition what constitutes a junkyard.
Mhm.
What, if they meet that priority, they're not, whether it's inside or outside, that doesn't make any difference, because it's in a residential area, right?
Sure.
So, to me, if they've got that many cars, and if that's part of the regulations or of the city, then they gotta get towed out of it. It's that simple.
And it's,
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that,
Yep,
that
yep.
is- I
I'm with you.
mean,
our definition of a salvage yard is very simple, and it's 5 junk vehicles.
okay, well, and
Now,
that's,
if you become 5 junk vehicles, you're subject to salvage yard.
And we believe that there's more, or five, there's 5 or more.
Well, there was like 4 parked outside, and yeah, there's,
And she'll claim they
Inside,
drive
so
all them
whatever we
miles.
can't see plus whatever we could see has to equal that 5.
I guess that's fine. It's pretty, I mean, basic law, and if they want to appeal it, if we gotta go to court, we go to court. We know what that's about.
And we'll have Teddy here that night to make sure to
Well, I think,
reinforce that.
yeah, make sure that, and that we need to verify it with pictures, I'd say.
Right.
You know, with Tim, that way we're not just pulling numbers out of the air, but to have hard facts, and that's the way it's gotta be. It's pretty simple.
It's cut and dried.
Well, that's what we got to,
We gotta do it.
that's what, like I said, we got 600, I made this point to, probably got 600 residents with people. We're looking at maybe 1 or 2% of the individuals that don't follow. You know, they expect to have water, they expect to have sewer, they expect to have lights. We expect them to meet our codes too. So it's a two-way street. It's nothing fancy about it.
I think that from my understanding with previous councils, however, it hadn't always been followed through on. But, you know, since this was really one of John's priorities, it's been followed through on. So, you know, we've been kind of setting that tone. So I think the consistency of follow through is critical.
It's not going to come to anybody's surprise.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
not anymore.
No,
I mean,
I'm just
it
saying.
might have initially 2 years ago or so, but it shouldn't now.
Sean packed the room 2 years ago.
Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
full.
we had,
They were lined up all over here, quivering voices when they're talking. It's really fun.
no, that's Vicky.
Get rid of that damn tree and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I'd be happy, I'll leave you alone. I won't keep any junk cars.